Today I'm taking on the challenge of putting together travel outfits that are comfortable, stylish, and go with some fun accessories. Challenge accepted. Let's start with a few statistics that can cost you because of the way you dress going through airports. Number one cost, baggy sweatpants. Comfortable? Sure, but it comes at a cost when you're going through airport security. Data has shown that going through TSA, when your sweatpants are really baggy, they can cost you an extra screening because they can mess with the body scanners that you go through. Once you get out of there, they're going to require you a pat down initial overall screening, which is going to cost you extra time to get through security. If that's worth it for you, you do you. Number two, belts. Today I wore specifically one of my larger, baggier sweaters, which very comfortable on the airplane. I have never had any problems going through security, but where I've run into problems is I've forgotten to take off my bulkier belt. This I like for style, but the scanners don't like it. It's a lot of metal. Either I preemptively remember I have it underneath the layers and take it off, or I just don't wear it. Or another fix, if I want something a little more tailored, here's what I do. I use my elastic belt. If I want something that's not quite as big around, take one of these belts, and you don't want to tuck all that in to your jeans. These elastic belts are great. They just clip just like that. And then you're going to just take the whole thing, shirt and all, it gives it a little more tailored look if that's what you're going for that trip. If you want to preemptively do it, it's just so easy. Unhooks just like that, throw it in the bin, no buckles. Another oversized item that can get us into trouble, the oversized scarves. If you're wearing these as a wrap, you may be asked by TSA to take them off because they can be seen kind of as a jacket. It can be big, bulky, hiding things underneath. So they may just ask you to take it off preemptively before you go through security. My fix for that is my travel blanket scarf is attached to my personal item bag so that I don't even wear it when I go through security, but it's with me. So if I need it on the plane as a pillow, as a wrap, blanket, I have it with me at all times, but it doesn't cost me any time to get through security. And the third style accessory that can get us into trouble, heels. Usually it's the thicker heels that will hold some type of hidden metal. And even though we can leave our shoes on going through security now, even if you're just regular security and not pre-check, these, if you set the alarms off, you get to go back through and take them off. On my recent trip, these boots had not given me any problems in the past. However, something had changed. And with security updates and things beyond our knowledge that are going on behind the scenes for safety reasons, anything that's been good for a very long time could all of a sudden set off the alarm. So recently when I've been going through, I've just taken off these boots preemptively so that I don't have to go back through on the walk of shame to redo the walk. A TSA data stat reported that an easy 10-minute line when you get there can quickly turn into an hour wait, depending on how many of these triggers that people ahead of you have going through. The baggy sweatpants, where now they have to take extra personnel to do a pat down, the shoes, the heels, and then anything, like I said, we leave things in our pockets. We have those big bulky belts that we forgot about. All of that can change that line that quick to get through security. Now that we've got all of those quick things out of the way, let's get to the things that we want to wear that are stylish, but most importantly, comfortable. Let's build some stylish airport travel day outfits with these three key essentials. One is the fabric and the fit that you choose to wear. Two, the layering techniques that I'm going to show you. And three, the accessories. Number one, the fabric and the fit. You want something that is lightweight, breathable, and comfortable against your skin. Easy as that. elastic waistbands. Does it get any more comfortable than that? They stretch when you stretch. And when we go up 35,000 feet, things are going to start to expand. Stretchy is better. I did a video where I did 3 of my travel pants, all elastic waistbands at 3 different price points. Perfect mainly for spring, summer, early fall, but I have worn them in the winter when I put on my Cuddlebug underlayers with them, because it's a very lightweight, thin material, which is perfect for summer travel and on your trips. Just that extra layer underneath makes them a perfect wear all year round. Next bottom option, of course, jeans. One of my favorites. I have a bunch of different kinds, whatever I'm in the mood for style-wise. It's one I've worn before on travel days. It does have the wider legged pants, which I know some people will never wear to the airport because of the bathrooms. I have a video showing the fix for that so that you can still wear your comfortable jeans. And you always want the waistband just a little bit baggy. So I found brands of jeans that fit my Smurf size legs. For reference, I'm 5'3". Video can make me look like 5'9". Wouldn't that be nice in real life? I digress. They fit me perfectly lengthwise, so if I want to wear sneakers with these, I can, or I can wear my heeled boot. There's some room in the waist that if I want to tuck in my shirt, still have that option, but they're loose. Health-wise is important because especially on longer flights, DVT, deep vein thrombosis, is at risk for people. Constricting clothing also prohibits blood flow. Another option I have are my sweatpant jeans. So they have pockets in the front, they have the belt loops, but they have faux pockets in the back because they are sweatpants. They are an investment for sure. I love these. They feel like sweats, but they don't look like sweats. Another one of my travel favorites, these dream. The last one would be skinny jeans. They are that tighter feel that go great with the knee-high boot, sneakers. I do wear these occasionally on shorter fly days, or I take them for touring while we're on trip. I tend to get them one size up. Also have more form than the wide leg. The next bottom option are linen pants. These are great on travel day, again in spring, summer months, unless you want to put an extra layer underneath. That works too. Elastic waistbands, pockets, front and back, ties. So it gives some style options to it as well as comfort. And my last bottoms option for you are the favorites, joggers. They are very comfortable and there's ways to dress them up. I definitely add them into my suitcase because when we are on trips, these are one of my go-tos. I love them. They're comfortable with sneakers, t-shirts, sweatshirts. Well, I mean, if you wear them, you know. Next up, number 2 are the layering technique. Different ways of doing this, from our shirts to our sweaters to our sweatshirts to our scarves. So many different ways to layer. If you like scarves, there are, as you know, so many different patterns, so many different cuts. You have the thin ones, you have the square ones, you have the blanket ones. These add so much to an outfit without adding any bulk, which is the beauty of it. Tack them easily, they don't take up much space, and when you wear them, you can choose to wear them any way you want. You can wear them in your hair. You can wear them around your neck as a necktie. And I'll show you some of those that I've done in the past. I'll also link a few other scarf tying videos, should you be a scarf person, to give you new ideas of how to tie different kinds of scarves in any kind of weather. The next travel style that can add some layering as well as a little panache, but still be comfortable. You're not a scarf person, don't carry a blanket scarf to use as an extra wrap. These 3, blazer, a barn jacket, and I call it a coatigan because it's kind of a cross between a long cardigan and a coat because it is so very heavy. Fall, sometimes even into winter, depending on how I layer things up. And I found this in 2 price points too. So I will link that below if you are a cardigan person and not so much coat person. The things to look for when you're traveling with these accessories is one, of course, comfort. And this just feels like an oversized, comfy blanket. What were those, the big blanket things that was all the commercial rage a few Christmases ago? A Snuggie or a Snuggly this is the same thing, only it looks stylish. As far as the barn jacket or any jacket that you have, I've shown this in my jacket video before, which I can link that below too. Some detailing to it that gives it some extra style. It's not just a plain coat with no other details on it. But you could do that too. Like I always say, it's your kind of style. I'm just giving ideas. The last one would be blazers. I do love blazers. This one, of course, lots of pattern going on here, so it will lend by itself with just a t-shirt underneath. I don't wear this often on travel days because it is tighter fitting. If that's your thing and you're perfectly fine in more snug, tailored fit, get yourself a nice pop of color, pop of pattern, and that brightens up a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt that quick. The next top layering piece, sweatshirts. And these aren't the college sweatshirts of past, which some of those you can still style up really well too. These are more if you want a little dressier look, but still be super comfortable with a V-neck. Striped shirt underneath, pair of jeans, off you go. This one, it's shorter, but it has, the slits on the side, patch on the back, ribbing around the neck. So it adds a few more details. T-shirt underneath, collared shirt underneath, really comfortable, but sweatshirt. These two, lots of action going on here. V-neck, and it has that textured material there, longer. So with a pair of leggings, snugger fit jeans, sweatshirts. Don't leave them behind. And then sweaters. They give you lots of room to move around. You can easily, like I've done here, leave the sleeves down, nice and warm, or roll them up, show the shirt underneath, gives a little extra texture. Cardigan, sweaters that have a lot of pattern to it. Again, white t-shirt. You all have a white t-shirt, right? Black pants, pair of jeans, ready to go. If you're kind of like me sometimes and you just want pop of color, add a necklace, add a scarf, on your way. Now, let's accessorize. I've talked about it once, I've talked about it twice, I've talked about it in nauseam. I love scarves. I have a few in different shape. You can make them as simple or as ornate as you want to. I have videos down below in the description, so if you want a few new ways to tie them, pop up in that video for you. You can just take mixing different patterns. It's not a no-no. You do you. And if you feel fun in it, relax, go for it. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of your style. Take a scarf, tie it just as a regular bolo tie. Put your fingers in there, wrap that around in the back. Take the other one, wrap it around and through, pull on the ends. Okay, took the microphone off so you won't go crazy with all the scratchy. Pulling that turtleneck up, you put the scarf in front. Maybe you want it on the side like you see some of those flight attendants doing as you walk through the terminal. Easy accessory that will not go off in TSA security. No metal, no bulk. Accessory accomplished. The next way to accessorize, jewelry. Smaller necklaces, easy, light, not a lot of metal, won't set off the alarms, versus if you want to go bulkier, longer, know that you may need to zip that inside your personal item bag. Do not just drop it in the bin, because then that just makes it an easy target to grab. Bracelets, rings, up levels an outfit a bit. Another way to accessorize. Another accessory, belts. You don't mind taking, while you're standing in line, taking your belt off so it's ready to go in the bin, go for it. There's some really cute belts out there. And now we've made it all the way down to the shoes. Always the easiest, sneakers. And especially now, since we no longer have to take our shoes off, this is pretty much a guaranteed. Never have I ever had to take my sneakers off because they beeped through security. Sneakers, before you could do like ones where you didn't have to lace, slip them on, slip them off. Those are still really nice. Also, say we're going hiking on one of our trips, I've worn my hiking sneakers just because they're a little bulkier to pack. I don't want to take up that space in my suitcase, so I'll wear those instead. Or you just go a little more stylish. Add a little color, a little initial action, a little platform heel action. My perfect travel day outfit and your perfect travel day outfit are going to be different. And that's awesome. I've given you all of the travel essentials, from the fit, the fabric, the layering, the accessories, and a few airport tips in between, so that you can style in your own way to make your flight day the most comfortable. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters most. Whether it's a perfect day and all flights are on time and you get where you need to go, or you have to spend a few more hours in the airport, we want to be comfortable. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a little stylish too. We can have both. I'm Andrea, that pilot wife lady, always sharing travel tips so that you can travel well, travel light, and most importantly, travel in your kind of style. I'll see you back here next week. I hope. Happy travels. If you have a favorite travel piece that you would not leave home without, please put it in the comments, because we could all use new ideas, right? And along with those videos that I put down below, I'm going to put one of my past videos for a skip the line feature, because if you are in one of these 8 airports, you are the lucky one that you can schedule a time to go through TSA and not have to worry about the line. It is brilliant. Okay, all elastic. So just that extra layer underneath. So if you want a few new tie style, okay, let's try that again. And your come on, my off-center Huber,